Most people think freedom is something they receive at the end of a 40-year career. But that model was designed for a world where jobs were stable, houses were cheap, and one salary could support a family. Today, waiting is risky. Freedom is not a date on a calendar. Freedom is a system. Lower fixed costs, portable income, useful skills, cash reserves, and assets that pay you while you sleep. The old financial map said, get a job, save slowly, buy a house, invest for retirement, and hope the system rewards your patience. That still works for some people, but it is no longer enough for many. Housing costs are higher, healthcare is expensive, careers change faster. Inflation quietly eats idle money. The new map is not about quitting tomorrow. It is about designing your life so that one employer, one city, or one paycheck cannot control your future.
The first practical move is not investing. It is calculating your real monthly freedom number. Not your dream lifestyle, not luxury travel, your baseline life. Housing, food, insurance, transport, internet, basic healthcare, family support, taxes, and a buffer. If your baseline life costs $3,000 a month, then your first freedom target is not $1 million. It is building systems that can reliably cover $3,000 a month. A 5-year freedom plan has 3 layers. The first layer is defense, cash reserves, low debt, and low fixed expenses. The second layer is income, skills, clients, sales ability, and remote earning power. The third layer is ownership, assets, equity, systems, and businesses that can produce cash without your direct hourly labor. Most people skip defense and chase ownership too early. That is why they panic when the first setback arrives. The fastest return is often not in the market. It is in your monthly burn rate. If you reduce fixed expenses by $800 a month, that is like creating a new income stream of $800 after tax. Smaller rent, fewer subscriptions, cheaper transportation, lower insurance, no consumer debt. This is not about living miserably. It is about removing invisible chains so your future cash flow can actually breathe. Before you build aggressive freedom assets, build a 6-month runway. This is not lazy money. It is decision power. A cash runway lets you reject bad jobs, survive client gaps, negotiate better, move cities, recover from emergencies, and avoid selling investments at the worst time. If your monthly baseline is $3,000, your first runway target is $18,000. Boring? Yes. Powerful? Absolutely.
A single paycheck feels safe until it disappears. The goal is not to instantly replace your job. The goal is to create income rails. One rail may be your salary. Another may be freelance work. Another may be consulting. Another may be a small digital product. Another may be investment income. At first, these rails are tiny, but even an extra $500 a month changes your psychology. You stop feeling trapped. If you do not already have capital, your first asset is your skill stack. Learn skills that create measurable value. Sales, writing, coding, design, automation, operations, negotiation, content, analytics. Do not learn randomly. Pick one painful business problem and become useful at solving it. The market pays for solved problems, not motivation. A strong skill stack can become freelance income, a higher salary, a business, or equity.
Do not quit your job because of a fantasy. Run a 90-day income experiment. Choose one offer. Contact real buyers. Deliver one small result. Improve the offer. Repeat. For example, help local businesses set up appointment automation, edit short-form videos, write email campaigns, build landing pages, manage bookkeeping, or create AI workflows. The goal is not perfection. The goal is proof that strangers will pay you. Do not aim for total freedom in one jump. Build a cash flow ladder. First, cover your phone bill, then groceries, then rent, then your full baseline life. If your first side income reaches $500 a month, protect it. If it reaches $1,500, systemize delivery. If it reaches $3,000, you have leverage. Your job becomes optional only when your replacement income is consistent, not when you feel inspired. The mistake is building another job for yourself. If every dollar requires your constant attention, you have income, but not freedom. Start creating systems early. Use templates, standard operating procedures, automation, calendar blocks, clear onboarding, and repeatable delivery. Even a one-person business can become lighter. The question is simple. What part of this work can be done once and reused many times? A freedom asset must pass a filter. Does it create cash flow? Do you understand the risk? How much maintenance does it require? Can you exit if needed? Many assets look exciting because they move fast, but freedom is built on reliability. Index funds, rental income, small business equity, royalties, cash flow websites, service retainers, and treasury bills can all play a role. The right asset depends on your skills, taxes, country, and risk tolerance.
Real freedom portfolios are usually less exciting than social media promises. They include cash reserves, broad market investments, income skills, client retainers, insurance, tax planning, and maybe a small business or real estate. The magic is not one perfect asset. The magic is stacking boring layers that protect each other. When one layer is weak, another layer buys you time. A minimum viable lifestyle is not poverty. It is the smallest life you genuinely enjoy. Maybe it means a smaller apartment, fewer possessions, no car, cooking more, living near nature, or choosing a lower-cost city. The less your happiness depends on expensive routines, the easier freedom becomes. Lifestyle design is not asking, what can I afford? It is asking, what do I actually need to feel alive? As your income grows, protection matters. Keep clean records. Separate business and personal finances. Understand taxes. Use contracts. Get proper insurance. Consider business entities when appropriate. This is not glamorous, but one legal mistake or tax surprise can destroy months of progress. Freedom is not only making money, it is keeping enough of it, legally and safely, to continue building. Here is a practical 5-year bill. Year 1, stabilize your finances, cut fixed costs, build the runway. Year 2, build a monetizable skill and create your first side income. Year 3, reinvest into assets, tools, and systems. Year 4, reduce dependence on one client, one job, or one platform. Year 5, reach the choice point. You may keep working, switch careers, travel, start a business, or take a sabbatical. The goal is not to never work again. The goal is to choose work from strength. If you want to start today, use a 30-day protocol. Calculate your monthly freedom number. Cut one fixed cost. Open a separate runway account. Choose one monetizable skill. Create one simple offer. Contact 20 potential buyers. Track every dollar. In 30 days, you may not be free yet, but you will have something more valuable than motivation. Proof. Proof shows you where the real path begins. A 5-year freedom plan is not a fantasy escape hatch. It is a serious redesign of how money, work, and lifestyle fit together. You lower your burn rate. You build reserves. You stack skills. You create income rails. You buy assets carefully. You protect the system. And one day, you look up and realize the question has changed. It is no longer, how do I survive this job? It becomes, what life do I want to build from here?